40% of Americans earning over $500,000 a year live paycheck to paycheck, $500,000, and still broke by the 28th. That is not a salary problem, that is a stability problem. 3,000 years ago, Solomon wrote one sentence that explains why. One sentence that separates people who build lasting wealth from people who just earn a lot and watch it disappear. Ryan, a 36-year-old marketing director in Denver, earned $127,000 last year. His neighbor earned $340,000. By December, Ryan had more money saved, not because he earned more, because he understood something his neighbor never learned. Today, you will learn the ancient principles Solomon used to build a fortune that lasted generations, and why chasing wealth without stability is the fastest way to end up with neither. The sentence Solomon wrote, most financial advisors have never read it. Proverbs 21, verse 5. Steady plodding brings prosperity. Hasty speculation brings poverty. Solomon did not say earn more. He did not say invest aggressively. He said steady, plodding. The word in Hebrew carries the weight of patience, consistency, and deliberate progress. Not speed, not ambition, stability. And the data backs him up. A 2026 Bankrate report found that the median emergency savings balance dropped to $5,000, half of what it was just 1 year earlier. 43% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency from savings, not because they do not earn enough, because stability was never the goal. Getting rich was. This is the difference Solomon understood. Wealth without stability is sand. Stability without wealth is a foundation waiting for its house. The income illusion. Proverbs 13, verse 11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. Solomon watched merchants in his court chase bigger trade routes, larger caravans, riskier deals. The ones who survived were never the ones who earned the most. They were the ones who kept the most. According to Fortune, 40% of workers earning between $300,000 and $500,000 report living paycheck to paycheck. Not because of poverty, because of lifestyle creep, the phenomenon where luxuries quietly become necessities. A bigger house demands bigger maintenance, a nicer car demands premium insurance. A higher income demands a higher lifestyle, and the gap between earning and keeping grows wider every year. Ryan watched this happen in real time. His neighbor, Greg, pulled in $340,000 as a tech director, leased a $95,000 SUV, joined a country club at $8,400 a year, renovated the kitchen for $62,000. By November, Greg asked Ryan to borrow money for property taxes. How many people do you know who earn twice what you do, but somehow have less saved? The stability equation. Proverbs 21, verse 20. In the house of the wise are stores of choice, food and oil, but a foolish man devours all he has. Solomon did not measure wealth by what a man earned. He measured it by what a man stored. The wise have reserves. The foolish consume everything. Modern research confirms this ancient observation. The National Endowment for Financial Education found that 88% of Americans reported financial stress entering 2026. 78% lose sleep over money, and the Financial Planning Association documented that financial stress creates a feedback loop. Poor sleep leads to poor decisions, which leads to worse finances, which leads to worse sleep. The cycle Solomon described as poverty coming on you like a thief. Ryan built his stability in 3 layers. First, a $15,000 emergency fund, 6 months of bare minimum expenses. Second, automated savings of 22% of every paycheck before he saw it. Third, 0 consumer debt. No car payment, no credit card balance carried month to month. His $127,000 salary looked modest next to Greg's $340,000. but Ryan slept 8 hours every night. The next principle is the one lottery winners wish someone had told them before they cashed the check. If this ancient wisdom is reshaping how you think about money, subscribing means you will not miss next week's principle. Each one could save you more than any financial advisor charges. The velocity trap. Proverbs 28, verse 20. A faithful person will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished. Solomon used the word eager deliberately, not ambitious, not hardworking. Eager, as in impatient, willing to skip steps, ready to trade stability for speed. The data on sudden wealth tells this story clearly. Research shows lottery winners are significantly more likely to declare bankruptcy within 3 to 5 years of their win, not because they lacked money, because they lacked the financial infrastructure to hold it. No budget, no system, no stability underneath the windfall. Ryan's college roommate, Tyler, made $180,000 on a cryptocurrency trade in 2021. He quit his $65,000 job, leased an apartment twice the price, bought a watch collection. Within 18 months, he was applying for the same job he left at a lower salary because the company had already replaced him. Pause for a second. Think about the last time you made a financial decision out of eagerness rather than stability. What did it cost you? The stability paradox, when less income creates more wealth. Ecclesiastes 5, verse 12. The sleep of a laborer is sweet, whether they eat little or much, but as for the rich, their abundance permits them no sleep. Here is what Solomon understood that most modern financial advice misses entirely. Stability is not a stage you pass through on the way to wealth. Stability is the wealth. The Federal Reserve's data shows something remarkable. Households earning between $75,000 and $100,000 with systematic saving habits accumulate more net worth over 20 years than households earning $200,000 or more without those habits. The tortoise does not just finish the race. The tortoise finishes richer. Ryan's mother, Linda, earned $54,000 as a school librarian for 31 years. She never earned a six-figure salary, never invested in anything exotic. She maxed her 403b every year, kept 6 months of expenses in a savings account, drove used cars until they stopped running, and paid her mortgage off 9 years early. At 62, her net worth was $840,000. Greg, earning $340,000, had a net worth of $112,000 at 44. Linda never chased wealth. She built stability, and stability, given enough time, becomes wealth. And if you are reading this, thinking you have been chasing the wrong thing, that is not failure. That is the beginning of wisdom. Solomon would call that the first day of steady plodding. Solomon wrote Proverbs 21, verse 5, not as advice for poor people trying to get rich. He wrote it as a warning for rich people about to get poor. Steady plodding brings prosperity. Hasty speculation brings poverty. 3,000 years, and the math has not changed. Here is your move tonight. Open your bank account. Look at one number. How many months could you survive if your income stopped tomorrow? Not how much you earn, not how much you invest. How many months of stability do you have underneath you? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, good. Discomfort is where Solomon's wisdom starts working. If this changed how you think about wealth versus stability, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Not to lecture them, to start the conversation Solomon started 3,000 years ago. Next video, Solomon's 4 walls of financial defense, the exact order he protected his kingdom's treasury, and why most Americans build them backwards. You will not want to miss that one. All content is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing on this channel should be considered financial, investment, legal, or professional advice. Always consult qualified professionals before making financial decisions.